Spider-Man 2 gave us Venom, Peter, and Miles teaming up, and one of the best superhero stories we've ever played. But here's the thing, when you raise the bar that high, Spider-Man 3 has to go even bigger. So today we're breaking down 7 things Insomniac Spider-Man 3 absolutely must get right to become the ultimate Spider-Man experience. And quick heads up, when we talk about the villains later, I'll reference a video we already made about the villains we need to see in Spider-Man 3, so make sure you check that out after this one.
So the first thing that Spider-Man 3 has to get right is Silk. So Silk was revealed as Cindy Moon in the post-credit scene of Insomniac Spider-Man 2. And her dad is probably going to be the second husband of Rio Morales. And Silk's powers, they're kind of different from the other Spider-Man because she's faster, more agile, and her spider sense is even sharper than Peter or Miles. So we can imagine missions with her that feel like high-speed stealth, moving through tight environments, or maybe even storylines where she's investigating Oscorp on her own. Insomniac nailed Venom in Spider-Man 2, so if they put that same energy into Silk, or how they did with Craven, with Harry, then she could become one of the faces of the trilogy.
Number 2, better integrated MJ missions. Next up, Mary Jane. And look, her missions in Spider-Man 1 and 2 were the boring part. Spider-Man 3 either needs to remove her missions completely, or at least make them more engaging. MJ is a trained journalist and she's had combat training in Symkaria. Her missions should give us investigative gameplay where she uncovers Norman Osborn's secrets, sneaks into Oscorp's labs, and maybe even tags along with Silk. The key is making MJ missions matter to the overall story, so when you're playing as her, you're actually excited instead of waiting to get back into the suit.
Now the third thing is Green Goblin has to be the main villain. This one kind of feels obvious because Green Goblin has to be the main villain. I think it was already obvious and teased from the first game. And furthermore, the ending of Spider-Man 2 practically sets it up. Norman is desperate and he went to Doc Ock to find who Spider-Man is. And that sets the stage for him to become the Green Goblin. But here's the thing, he can't just be another boss fight. Venom was terrifying because of his powers and because of the emotional stakes of Harry being inside of him, not controlled. Green Goblin has to top that. It has to be even more emotional and basically better. So just imagine fighting him in midair and he hurls pumpkin bombs at you from his glider. That'll be really sick. And we can also probably imagine cutscenes where Norman Osborn plays mind people. He will probably, not mind games, but he'll probably interact with Peter's loved ones since he'll know his identity. And that will be just really nice to watch. So I think, Spider-Man 3 has to get this right.
Number 4, balanced hero gameplay. One of the best parts of Spider-Man 2 was switching between Peter and Miles. But Spider-Man 3 has a chance to push that even further. Imagine a game where Peter, Miles, and Silk are all playable, with unique gadgets, skills, and fighting styles. It's not just about variety, it's about balance. Each character should feel essential like in the second game. Miles' Venom's powers, Peter's gadgets and symbiote experience, Silk's agility. All 3 should complement each other naturally.
Next is side missions has to have big purpose in the game. Because the side missions in the first and the second game, apart from the Tombstone and the Chameleon ones, were not the best, but still, they were not the worst. So in Spider-Man 3, I think side missions should expand the universe, with the Miguel O'Hara tease, with the Spider-Bots side mission, if you call it a side mission. So I think they have to give us side missions with minor Spider-Man villains, such as Beetle or the Jackal. So that will be nice to see. And they have to just matter with the main storyline, not just some work that you have to do, not some homework before the main story.
Number 6, emotional narrative stakes. Now, one thing Insomniac has nailed from day one is the emotional punch. Spider-Man 1 gave us Aunt May's death. Spider-Man 2 gave us Harry's tragic downfall. Spider-Man 3 needs another moment that hits us in the gut. Maybe MJ being captured by the Goblin. Maybe Silk makes a sacrifice. Or maybe Peter finally has to make the hardest choice of his life. Does he keep being Spider-Man or pass the mantle on to Miles? Whatever it is, there has to be one emotional gut punch moment that stays with players long after they finish the story.
And now the final thing that Insomniac Spider-Man 3 has to get right is the intro boss fight. So Spider-Man 3 has to open with a bang. Spider-Man 2 had that incredible Sandman intro fight, and Spider-Man 1 had the Wilson Fisk one, and that immediately hooked everyone. Spider-Man 3 has to do it even bigger. Imagine the game opening with Chameleon posing as Spider-Man, causing chaos and forcing Peter and Miles to clear their names with allegations because Chameleon was doing some bad stuff. And maybe even the spots was messing with reality, throwing you into a fight where the environment constantly shifts, like with the Black Cat where you were thrown into Antarctica for a couple of seconds. It has to be like really cinematic, high stakes, and showcase new gameplay and mechanics right off the bat. By the end of the first mission, I think that players should already be thinking that this might be the best superhero game ever, and it has to like really set the stage for the whole story. Otherwise, it will not feel right. So there you have it, the 7 things that Spider-Man 3 has to get right, from the Silk's missions, to MJ's growth, to the rise of Green Goblin, and that perfect intro boss fight. If Insomniac nails these, Spider-Man 3 won't just be good, it could go down as probably the greatest superhero game ever made, as I mentioned in the boss fight part. So make sure in the comments you write what's the one thing you think Insomniac has to get right in Spider-Man 3. And if you want a full breakdown of villains that might appear in the third game, and make sure to check out this video. And yeah, thank you for watching.